What is up, guys? You're here with Valorcus, and today we're going to be doing a video on some of the new stuff that Elderan put in place with the upcoming server for Sunrise. I'm going to first take you through some of the stuff, and then I'm going to go and do the patch notes on the Discord, and that way you guys can kind of get like a general overview of what you can expect. First thing that I'm gonna start with here is I'm just gonna show you in the store the new outfit bundle, which is pretty cool if you ask me. It's called the Seraphim bundle, and you'll get this cool little outfit and then this decoration piece right here. I'll go ahead and I'll get this, and then that way I can show you guys. So this is the cool little lantern here, called a celestial lantern. Probably put that somewhere down there with my decorations. It's a little bit messed up right now. And then you'll essentially, if you're not familiar with how it works, so anytime you have a store purchase, it will go into your purse right here in the top corner above your backpack slot. So all you have to do is just click open this, and then anything you purchase will be put into this purse. And if you're wondering, well, how do I even get to the store? So what you do is you'll go over here. It's just right below the logout button. You'll click the store and it opens it up, and then you'll be able to siphon through all these different things that you'd be able to purchase in game. I'll go through like some of that stuff a little bit more after. But all you have to do is right click this special scroll. This is for the Seraphim outfit. So right click it, and then now I have the outfit. Then you're gonna control click set your outfit. Let's see if I go the right way here. That's what happens when you have a lot of outfits. And then so if, for example, you don't want to wear the full add-ons, you can click and you can remove. You can have certain add-ons on, certain add-ons off, whatever you want. I prefer to have both of them on. Okay, so there's a cool little outfit. Love the wings. Love the wings. Looks really cool. Definitely gonna get this for my fiance, because her name's Angel, so it's only fitting. So that's the outfit, and now we're going to, before I show you some more of the store items, I want to go over to the new forge system, just so that you guys kind of understand how this works. This spell here, Utani Tempo San, that's a new spell, speed spell for both EKs and RPs. You'll notice that you won't notice initially that there's like a reduction in speed. It's meant to be better for 0 to level 300. And then when Jungle Patch 2 comes, because only Jungle Patch 1 is released, when Jungle Patch 2 comes, you're going to be able to see some cool new features. Don't want any spoilers, but maybe there could be mounts or something of the sort, and that will increase your speed, possibly give you benefits and bonuses as well in addition to your gear and such. So before we have the Anvil up here, right? This is just essentially to respec your gear. I don't have a passive. What's that saying? Okay, so because it doesn't have a slot on it, let me go ahead and get a better piece of gear here that actually has resistance on it. So because this piece has resistance, passive slot holy plus 12, it will let me use the Anvil on it, and then I can switch up whatever protection that I want to use, and that's because I have this piece of gear forged. Okay, just to retouch on this, this is how you craft any of your spell scrolls. Spell scrolls are essentially a ruin scroll. As you can see, there's a UH, Ruin, Explosion, Winter Storm, and if you don't want to craft with the ruin table and you're able to get the materials to craft all this stuff, then it's in your best interest to have that. But this is the main piece right here that I want to show you. This is the magic sphere. This is the new implementation. So you would just right click on it, and then now it's asking, do you want to enchant? So this is how you're going to forge the passive slot on anything. This is how you're going to forge the legendary slot. And then there's now an additional feature, which is called item leveling. Okay, so currently the way that the system works is you can get items up to level 4, depending on what tier it is. On this crossbow, you should be able to get it to item tier 4. So you would essentially pay a fee for shards and for gold, and it's 100% success rate. And then what it will do is we'll unlock one attack, and then it will unlock increased fatal damage. Okay, now every piece of gear is going to be different. So if we were going to take, for example, these gloves and go to item leveling, so this is the new bracers for paladins. It goes in this slot over here. Okay, so this would increase my quick shot chance from 4 to 4.36%. Okay, and if you want to look over here, this is again how you would forge passive slots. Pay the fee, pay however many mithrils, and then you see you have a success chance of 6%, and then there's a fail safe. So if you do it 25 times, on the 26th time, it's 100% guaranteed that you will forge it. The same thing goes for legendary. Okay, now another additional thing is with this, you can actually forge a passive slot on it now. So amulets, rings, daggers, quivers, and offhand for paladins, you can forge passive and a legendary slot. And I will go ahead and I'm gonna go get an item to show you because I don't have my amulet that I use here. And then the same thing would be, it gives you a certain bonus with all of these stats. I'll go ahead and I'll go get my other item that I tend to use if it's in the house, in Lena's house right now or not. And then I'll just kind of show you guys. So basically you're looking at ruin damage boost and a mana steal boost on the passive and legendary for that. For the helmet, you're looking at health and crit chance. For the offhand for paladins, it's passive slot would be resistance and then a quick shot. On armor, you're looking at resistance and you're looking at holy thunder damage. Then on legs, you have legendary slot, and it's not showing on, there's a visual bug with this piece of gear for me, but it would be on the passive, it increases your speed. For the weapon, for bow, you'll see attack, and then you'll see fatal damage increase, so similar to the crossbow. Then you have your passive, which does spell damage and lifesteal. And do I have a pair of boots here forged? No, I don't, so I'll go back and I'll show you. And then on the quiver, we have plus distance and then armor penetration. I grabbed a couple more pieces of items because I did want to show you. I didn't grab a shield. Maybe I'll go grab a shield so that I can show you what that is, and maybe like a one-hander. Actually, I got one-handers there. So what did I say I was going to do? I said I was going to grab a shield. Where's my shields? Grab this, and then I have a spell book. So I'll show you the boots. Let me put this amulet back in here just in case Lena wants to use it. So we have boots that no longer require firewalkers to get the field ruin, like where you walk over it and it doesn't really damage you. So let's show up my divine boots. So gain 100% resistance against drunkenness, and then 90% resistance to all 4 field damage, so no longer need the firewalkers. Legendary, which is plus dodge. Plus dodge is pretty good, but as you can see, I don't have that prioritized right now because it's expensive to upgrade stuff. And then this item leveling will increase your dodge chance. And then we are going to show you shield. So shield will give you 2 resistance, and elements can be changed in the Anvil. Okay, so it's just going to give you shield resistance, and depending on what tier it is, it will give you more or less. Reduces the incoming damage, and then item leveling is parry chance. Okay, and then now we'll do a one-hander. So improves attack, increases fatal, and then again increases attack and then fatal damage on the upgrading. Oh, I had a castle shield right there. I'll show you dagger. So 1 melee skill, armor penetration, which is similar to the RP, and then melee skill, and again armor penetration. Now, did I grab the pouch from my house? I did not. I will grab the pouch in a second once I show the spell book. So 2 resistance, and then reduce damage of magic attacks completely, convert damage into mana, and the chance of trigger is 0.75%. All those stats will change depending on the tier. And then absorption chance of absorption of damage, I believe that is. Okay, I have this forged already. So this, I believe, is a staff. Yeah, that's a staff. And so item leveling is increasing attack and then fatal damage. And then we'll check the wand, which is single hand. Staffs are 2 hands. And then attack damage, fatal chance, and then attack. So let me see, we'll grab the pouch. So the pouch, passive slot, gain extra magic level. This is cool, this is just really recently added this. Gain 10% increased damage on all fragments, and then increase fragment damage, and then magic level. So these are all in addition to the passive and legendary slot. So it's pretty neat. And one last thing I wanted to mention about this is part 1 of the jungle update. On part 2, so let me back up. So as you can see, these items, they're capping at class 4. I'll use this one as a good example here. So it's capped on the item leveling, okay? You'll notice though, right here, class 1 can be upgraded to level 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 8. With jungle part 2 coming, the upgradable level is going to increase in terms of what you'll be able to actually do. Right now I'm capped on this level 4. The same goes with like these tier 4 items, they're capped. You cannot go past that, but with the jungle part 2 you'll be able to go higher and higher, so you'll be able to get your gear stronger. So I just want to mention that. And the way that this is going to happen, so they're introducing repeatable quests. So for example, Nightfall quest, you'll be able to repeat that quest in X amount of days, like every X amount of days, and you'll be able to get that armor piece, and then you'll be able to scrap it as a material used in addition to the current materials used to then further upgrade it. So it'll be a cool little mechanism there. And I want to go ahead now, I'm going to show you the talents. So you would use, you get from 0 to 75, each level you get is free to add points, so you'll get 75 points to add in. This, so knowledge extracts, that's these things right down here, the little vials, cool vials. What they will do is when you use one, it will allow you to put a point into one of these. Once you get 1 to 100, you would then require to use mysterious scrolls. That's these little guys right here. Okay, the way that you get mysterious scrolls and the way that you get the knowledge extract is from killing shiny creatures. You can also in addition get these shards, which will be used for your forging stuff. Charms, we'll go through that real quick. This cool little feature, when you get bounty points by killing X amount of creatures, you'll be rewarded these charm points. You can use these charm points to put into these cool little features that will increase your character. Some are better than others, so you'll have to choose wisely. This skill tree over here on the right, you don't have to follow this skill tree by going 1 point here to go to this one, to this one. This one you can put it wherever you want. These ones you have to put at least 1 point in here to then move down further and further and further. Then we also have the cool new map feature, which is very interactive. Mine's very zoomed in. So you have all these cool things where you can click on town, it will show you the town. General locations, it will show you go hover over it. Okay, so if you're getting lost, that will be helpful. NPCs, okay, I want to know where I can go and sell stuff. Okay, so here's the magic shop, and now you can scroll and you can see a little bit better. So it's really cool in that terms. You have quests, show you all kinds of quests, dungeons, and hunts. Okay, so it will show you different creatures. If you don't want to use this feature in this regard, okay, what you can do is you can actually go to bounty. Let's say you want to hunt Ettins. Okay, you come over here to locations, you click on one. Let's say we want to go to Corrupted Cyclopolis Cave. Okay, so it's going to take us over here and show us this is where the spawn ground is. You can go up a level. Okay, that's how we know where we're going, right here. So it's actually Ettins is like right over here in this area. But it's just a cool feature to like help you in addition to finding stuff. I also have videos on my YouTube channel. If you just type in probably ElderanOT and like a creature, it will come up, or you just go to that diabetic guy X. And you can like check my videos too in addition to the maps, and I have a whole bunch of content that will like meant for like helping players out. So that is the Forge system. I've gone over all of that stuff. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to touch on. So the ammunition for paladins and for like all of their stuff and fragment cost has gone down. So let me run back to the hireling here. So hireling. Hopefully it pops up on screen and you guys can see. So one, we'll do 2,000 explosive arrows. So that's 130,000. So it's a lot cheaper. So we'll do one explosive arrow. So 65 gold per one explosive arrow. And so that follows in alignment with everything. Demon bone bolts, Titan bolts, the arrows of light, elven arrows, like everything. It's all reduced, okay? In addition to reduction of that stuff, mana, if I show you here, so this keg weighs 250 ounces now. Large and small kegs have been reduced in weight, so you can cap more. It's really helpful. I can like assure you that. The mana reduction on all spells has been implemented, so you're gonna find that when you're doing your hunts now, you're using a significantly less amount of resources. And in addition to that, the staff have buffed the loot. So if you're a returning player, you will notice a significant difference, and you will feel like, so like in the amount of rare items and loot and all of that productivity, it's now like very exciting to hunt in that regard, because you will get a lot more of a chance to get a legendary item, and it makes it a hell of a lot more exciting. And so you get more profit, more chance for getting rares, and you're using less resources. And the way that it's set up, in my opinion, I find that it's actually right now it's like at a sweet spot in that regard. So that's it for like ammo reduction, loot, and for mana kegs and spell cost. There's also, in addition to those things, there's new baits on the store that, and I say new, it's the same thing as before. They've reduced it slightly on the price. So For example, on a tier 4, you'll now be able to get 5 for every point scroll, whereas before you could get 4 and then you would have leftover points. So that's like a little bit of a quality of life type thing. You can use 1 scroll, get your points. So now, in addition to that though, when you click it, for example, you will benefit of 10% experience bonus for all class 4 creatures. So I'm gonna go to spawn and I'm gonna show you how that works. In addition to baits, we have the golden scrap hammer. Okay, this is really cool as well. This, in my opinion, for early game will be really good. So golden scrap hammer. With this item, you can destroy heavy equipment with a maximum value of up to 1,000 gold coins. This item is account bound. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this. Okay. This hammer weighs 0.5 ounces, so it's next to nothing. We'll go ahead and we'll go kill some stuff so I can show you guys. So we'll go ahead. Let me just get down here. Is there, I think, oh yeah, arachnids over on this side. So I'm gonna show you guys the baits, how they work, and then I'm also gonna use the golden scrap hammer. So I would open up the store and go to my boosts, and so arachnids are tier 3, so I'm gonna use a gold on these guys. And let's just get going. Hopefully they loot some stuff to use. Look at that, 575 nests. I didn't respec my resistances, so hopefully I'll be fine here. Also plate legs, that should be salvageable with the new golden hammer. So warrior helmet, that's lootable. So let's go ahead, let's try this. So right clicking on it, and so that turned into 15 recycled metals. So we'll go ahead and I'll kill a few more. I'll get a couple more of those pieces just so that we can get like a better gauge on how it works. So here we got a dark armor. So it's getting us lots of these recycled metals. Okay, so we're just gonna show how this works here. So we're gonna go to the hireling to sell these. So we're gonna say hi hireling. So these are recycled metals. So we're gonna say sell 80 recycled metals. And then he would give us 800 GP for this. And so these metals are weighing 8 ounces. And in comparison to what the plate legs and the dark armor would have weighed, it's like next to nothing. So I did use the hireling. I'm going to show you where you can also go ahead and get these things sold. And just to know, levels 1 to 20 do not have to pay for a boat fare. It is free to travel by boat under level 20. So that's good for you guys to know. So we're going to go to Theus. I believe it is Sam that you have to go and talk to. And I don't know if I remember where Sam is. There's Sam, good old Sam. So let's say hi, sell 80, what are they called again? Can't even remember. Recycled metals. So again, 800 gold. So that's how you do that. I think Nella just left undead dragon spawn. So what I want to do is I want to bang out this task, but I'm going to show you how the baits work again here. And then I will show you guys real quick. So monster class bait 3, we already have this active. Will attract creatures of class 3 10%, just like I told you. Then tier 4 monster bait, this will be for the undead dragon, so we're gonna get that. Yes, perfect. And another thing that I want to mention, they reduced the points a bit in the store. So there's this, everything is a little bit less in points. So for example, for these, you can now get 5 per point scroll, so it works out that you're not getting only 4 and you have like leftover points. So as you can see, it's all even numbers, they all add into 100, so when you use a point scroll, you're good to go. So we'll go ahead now, we got our scrolls activated. We'll just try and move these creatures out the way, and then we'll get this hunt going. And then because I want to show you guys the arena, I'm pretty close to getting the Undead Dragon arena. What you do is you get a task, okay, and once you complete the task, see there, it procced, a blood vat procced right there. What that means is because it wasn't a shiny that procced, the bonus remains active. And so the bonus only goes away once a shiny procs. And you can use I think it's like 5 baits in a day, unless they change that, but don't quote me on it. I don't think that they changed that. So you should be able to use like minimum 5 baits in a day anyways. So unless a shiny procs, your baits are going to remain active. Once that shiny procs, then your bait is inactive, your bonus is inactive. You have to use another bait in order to then regain that bonus experience. All right, so we just completed the task here. And I'm going to show you how the arena works once I just kill this last little mob here. So essentially what happens is you use this teleportation stone. It's got a cooldown of half an hour. It teleports you to the arena in Darashia. You can use your dragon scroll, or at the Darashia location on the main floor, you can talk to the NPC, and then you can get to the same window by just like saying hi task. And then this creature in particular, the undead dragon, Dracolich is the boss for him. So as long as it has a bounty arena here with the boss name, then it will be a boss battle that you will get. So doesn't mean that you're going to face Dracolich at all. If you don't, you will then face just an enraged undead dragon. It's usually a stronger version of the normal creature. So you would finish this task, okay, get your reward, and then when I go and face the arena, if I win against the boss, he doesn't kill me, or if I don't leave early because he's too strong for me, I will get a mithril ticket. If, however, it's Dracolich, then I will actually get a very, very rare item that's used to build one of the spell scrolls or spell scroll upgrades to make it stronger. And just like I was saying here, so Grim Reaper does not have a boss, so you'll just see experience and then reputation. So we'll finish that task. And then what I'll do, just so I don't forget, I like to take the task again because I hunt these guys often. And sometimes I'll just come back and be hunting and I'll notice I've killed like 50 and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't take the task. And then that's really, really annoying because you lose out on those task kills that will get you a reward and getting to face in the arena. And so like I was telling you before, there's this stamina bar, okay? You'll gain experience. So if you actually go to the store, items I think it is, and then so you see these weapons. These are training weapons. They give you different charges depending on which one that you get, okay? And they will regen your stamina the fastest way that you can regen your stamina, so that way you can get that stamina bar back up faster and get that extra experience as well. Okay, so let's use this teleportation stone. Our battle sign's gone. Okay, we've already taken the task. So we're just gonna go into the arena right here. You just stand on this platform right here, right click, and then you have 5 minutes to go ahead and kill the boss. Unfortunately, I just got an enraged version. No biggie. So we're gonna kill him. And he will give us, maybe he'll give us some loot. But for sure, he will give us a mithril ticket. And then I'll show you what these tickets can do, because there's bosses on tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. The undead dragon is a tier 4 creature. but all of the different tiers will give you different tier tickets, and these tickets will allow you to go to the NPC just outside the arena. I believe he's just up there, and you'll be able to exchange that for an item that will be helpful for you. It'll usually be like a piece of gear or something. Now, where is he? He's in this room up here, I think. Or is he down here? Oh, he's right here. So we'll say hi. And let me just move this maybe so that you guys can see. So let's say you can say arena tickets or creature products. So we'll say arena tickets. All right, let's say bronze tickets. Oh, let's say bronze arena tickets. Sorry, arena tickets. So you can give us an adventure sword, boots of haste, staff of darkness. We'll say silver arena tickets. And we'll do gold arena tickets. Just so you guys can see, like holy ring. Oh, gold in arena tickets. That's my mistake. Golden arena tickets. So you got a bunch of gladiator gear, and then mithril arena tickets, and then you get some like even better stuff. So that's the arena there. I believe I was telling you guys I was going to show you the second last thing is I'm going to show you the different spells on the Sorcerer and on the Elder Druid. So let me just go ahead and swap characters. Go ahead and I will open up the spells. So I believe the first one is Cinder Snap. Then the next one is Hell Chain. Then there's Tempest Chain, Greater Hell Chain, Greater Tempest Chain, Chain of Unhallowed. I don't know if I missed any in there, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you generally. All right, so we're gonna start off, I think, by using the first one, which is like Exavo Flam Vin. And so you don't have to necessarily target the creature, but it would be in your best interest to. I haven't played around exactly to figure out how this mechanic works. The way I understand it is you want to be attacking the closest to creature so that it could send the chain from, here, let's put this guy, so it can send the chain from this creature to this creature to this creature to this creature. And you don't want to like attack the one in the middle because then the chain won't strike through all of the creatures. So this is just Exavo Flam Vin. This is just like the very like basic early on one, the Cinder Snap. Then there's like, where is it? Hell Chain, which is like a bigger version. But then we're gonna go to Greater Hell Chain. So this is Exavo Max Flam Vin. Exavo Max Flam Vin. And so we're gonna go, we'll see if we can't get a few more creatures all together. Set this one up. Because I think the early on spells, the early game, see, they only hit 2 creatures, whereas this will target multiple creatures. Just attack this guy right here. Can't find a couple more. Look, I think these bigger rooms will have more creatures. Yeah, here we go. There's like 5 creatures here, so this will be good. So we'll just attack this guy. So I'm not a mage, so you guys will that are playing the class, you'll have to figure out exactly how to like this wave strike works. Because I just I'm noob with mages. So there's that one there. I don't even have my hotkeys down properly here. Then we'll go ahead. I'll show you maybe Tempest Chain. Do I have this one? So Exivo Grand Vis Vin. Exivo Grand Vis Vin. So we'll go ahead. We'll use Exivo Grand Vis Vin. See how this one looks. So this one's obviously lightning. It looks cool. Like, I think it looks pretty cool. It does, like, when it's like on solo target, it does like really high damage, I notice. So I think, but there's one more set of spells that we can use here. Let me go to I think it's Death. We'll use the big bad boy. It's not Armageddon, it's this one, I think. Exivo Mort Vin. Exivo Max Mort Vin. Okay, we'll use that one. Let's test that bad boy out. The Death Wave looks real cool. Or the Death, I call it Death Wave, it's Death Strike. And hopefully you guys who play mages will be able to use it better than I will. This is solely for demonstration purposes. So okay, so this one has to be on target, or no? I'm at a mana. That's why. See, tell me you play mage or don't play mage without telling me you don't play mage. So I almost like, I don't like, you don't have to target it. It's like it'll still work. I quite don't know how exactly it works, but you guys can get the gist of how it works. There's the light version of the spell, the medium version of the spell, and then there's the strong version of the spell. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll swap over to my Druid, and then I'll show you the 3 of those spells. So we have Spore Flick, which is the lowest valued one. Then we have Poison Lash, and then Greater Poison Lash. So it's the same mechanic with the Sorcerer, and that will apply to the Druid. So we'll start out by using the Grand version, so you can see how that one goes, and then we'll switch to the Max. Definitely a cool cinematic. I like this spawn for like hunting this way, because like the heroes tend to like group up. It's easier to chain them. But you see how like little mana the Grand version uses. And then we just pop a wave. But it's like a nice, very nice looking spell. And then, hey Siri, stop timer. I got an appointment in like half hour. Okay, so that's the grand version. And let's go to the max. Let me grab these hair braids because, you know, they ain't so easy to come by. I don't even have this set up properly here. Use on yourself. Perfect. Let's group these guys up. And just slice and dice. I think they have to be within a certain amount of square meters from each other. I think that's part of the trick too. So it's like, let me just group these little guys up. Let's see. Yeah, see those guys, I think they were apart from each other X amount of square meters, but see how they were all within like 2 square meters? It looks like 2 square meters is the trick here. You got to get them within that range. Yeah, see they were all within 2 square meters, so it was able to like proc. Okay, that's making more sense now. So as long as you're within 2 square meters, then it's good to go. So it'll probably, yeah, it will just hit those 3. And then that demon skeleton's out of range. Oh, because that other guy was within that 2nd square meter at the last second there, it procced in on it. So that's really cool. Okay, so that's how the spells work for that. And then again, the mana is reduced for everything. And then I'm gonna go ahead now and I'll bring up the patch notes. And then we'll talk about that. And then, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free, message me on Discord. My name is Valorcus. You can just tag me. And also, Lena Bow is someone that you might be able to tag if you have some questions. Pretty helpful. Or, as you guys already know, Craig. And there's also the ElderanOT which you can use, has like a ton of resources. In addition to that, we also have the YouTube page where I have my videos showing hunting spawns and that sort of thing, that diabetic guy. Or you can just type in like Valorcus or ElderanOT on YouTube and you'll be able to find my page. So let's go ahead and we'll go over on to the patch notes. Alright, so we'll just go through these patch notes and give you like the lowdown on some of the stuff. So they did the rebalance on the forge system that I went over with you that in the video, the attributes and attack values. Bows are also like spreading additional damage to targets just like over time. So it's good for like bloodbats, for example, when they run away and that overtime damage will kill them. Crossbows dealing additional damage on first impact. Majority of one-handed melee weapons now causing damage over time. Two-handed are causing damage to the area with the cleave effect. All wands are now causing damage over time. Staffs now causing additional damage on first impact. Ordinary fragments can be shot with wands and staff. Heavy fragments can be shot as well with wands and staff. Critical mastery now allows you to crit with the true value with one-handed melee weapons and bows. Added a soul system. I went over that with you in the video. That's the purple bar. When it loads up and then it gets to the max, then it releases and you do extra damage. Let's talk about the UI, the map system. We went through all of that with the markers, locations to creatures in the bounty list. We went through that. They added a small raft near Venor boat that transports you to the outlaw camp, so that's quite cool. Good for Dark Cathedral and that stuff, Plains of Havoc. Life fluids, mana fluids, big mana fluids, spirit fluids are stackable, so those are the ones that you buy from the NPC, so that's quite useful for when you're starting out. It's annoying carrying all those backpacks. Now you won't have to. Reduce the cost of spell scroll recharges. I believe they made the spell scrolls have additional charges too. You'll have to confirm with that when you start playing, but I do recall that being something. You cannot sell your forged items to NPCs anymore, so players, there you go. That's like a really good thing. Bestiary kills not counting. They fixed that bug. Rework the mana cost damage on spells and ruins. Rebalance the speed, so I went over that with you guys. Buff the chance at loot. Okay, so I went over that with you. Equipment has vocation restrictions. I don't recall seeing too many restrictions on that where you're gonna be like, what's going on? I think that's pretty fine. Reduce the cost of fluids and strand of blueberries. That's really good. Gold cost of pally ammo, so I went over that with the fragments. Reduce weight of kegs, yep. Increase the XP of shiny creatures, so that's another bonus. Created new damage over time conditions. Visual bug, known bugs, they were reworked through some of that stuff already and fixed it. These were minor bugs that they fixed. So then this is the speed adjustments. I think I touched on this a little bit. Base movement 300, and then 1 per level from 1 to 130, 0.5 from 130 to 500, and then 0.25 per level 500 and beyond. And I alluded to that there might be something that they're introducing in Jungle Patch 2 that will give you additional speed. They have the 2 spells that they added in for Paladins and EKs. User interface, visual progression bar. Yeah, so like in the skills bar and that stuff, you can see some new stuff. I'll let you guys check that out on your own. Just the equipment change. Daggers can be equipped. I went over that. Bug fixes. Base attack of arrow. Purple point. So that's just some mage stats where sorcerers gain a purple point when maintaining at least 25% total mana. Druids now earn purple point while maintaining at least 50% of total health. So essentially that's meaning that as long as you have 25% mana or more, you'll be gaining purple bars when attacking as a sorcerer, and 50% or more of health, and you'll be gaining when you're a druid. Adjustments to spells for the, looks like, mostly some are sorcerer, some, okay, so it's like all the classes. They have some buffs on certain spells there, so that's good. Then these are the more recent ones. So this is the reduction that I was talking to you guys about with spells. Looks like the UE spells, some wave spells, they've all been reduced. These 6 new spells for Sorcerer, 3 for the Druid. I went over those in the video there. This is a low level Conjure Arrow for the RP. And then increase the damage of energy points, so when you get those 5 points, the purple bar, the damage now is an additional 10% on just mages. There's the new outfit, Baits granting 10% experience, Golden House Dummy. So this actually produces an extra 10% to your skill progression. When you train on a Golden House Dummy, you have to essentially have a house, have a golden dummy put down on it, and train on it with either a wooden training weapon, which does not break and you can reuse, or an enduring training weapon. Keep in mind, you can only use 1 wooden training weapon per golden house dummy. You can use 1 training weapon that doesn't break on a golden house dummy, and then use as many enduring weapons from other characters on that same dummy, but you cannot ever use more than 1 wooden on the same golden dummy, just so that clears that up for people. Now I went over the I didn't go over the beginner area. Like, that's something that you guys can like explore yourselves. A magic pouch. They did an update to the toolbox so you can move items better in the house. I went over the golden scrap hammer. You gain a rope and shovel when you start. That you don't need to worry about. That's something they're testing on premise. Druid's mana steal, that was fixed. Titan bolt mana was reduced. I think mana, I think that's its spirit to conjure that. And then the extra spell and ruin damage correctly will display in the skills window. Several shop items. So baits, holy ink, I didn't check that, but holy ink is reduced. daily limits to the number of blueberry bushes a character can pick. So this is the blueberry bushes out in the wild before people would have an issue where they just would run bot characters and pick them up. Now you can only cap with one character a maximum. Then the loot backpacks and key have been removed. That's because this golden hammer is a lot better. You can salvage and do all your loot stuff that way, so it's a lot better. But yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. What you have to look forward to is soon they will be doing Jungle Patch 2, which probably by the time you guys get a good amount of time playing on Sunrise, the new server, we'll be looking forward to releasing Jungle Patch 2, which will be having a boatload of new creatures, some really cool creatures. I'll see, maybe I'll pop something up right here. Let me just play this for you guys. These are the some of the creatures here that they were showing us. They were giving us some teasers when we were doing some upgrades. Well, they were doing some upgrades for our items when they did a switch over and stuff. And they look really cool. Like that Yeti looks really cool. This dragon, man, they look pretty badass. The Twister's dope for sure. The monkey. And there's gonna be a new city, a whole new city. I think it's south of Plains of Havoc. So it's they got a lot planned for us coming, and we'll, like I said, by the time you guys are probably done all your stuff, starting the new server, getting things going, they'll probably be around the time that they're going to be dropping that patch with that new content. So something to look forward to, guys. So also, before I forget, shout out to Mysteriando, Sir Mysteriando. I forgot to mention earlier, he's the one that does the wiki stuff for the most part recently. So if you have any questions in regards to the wiki, you can tag him on the Discord as well. Alright guys, that's it. Hopefully this was helpful. Anything you guys need, use the Discord, and best of luck on the new server, guys. Alright, I'll be catching you later. Peace.